It's a pretty extraordinary set of results. Obviously, you've got a lot of data coming in, a lot of decisions that are going to affect your area, particularly of the country. We'll start with England, looking at, just take a step back and look at this change in the share of different council seats around the country. Obviously, reform up by an extraordinary rate. And just look at the Labour Party. So Labour down all the way there, 1,355 seats down, only 2 up. And beneath the surface, you can see the changing complexion of England's local councils. And if you take those numbers and you plug them into the various models that we have, working out what this might mean across the country as a whole, the national equivalent vote, as it's known, this is what you get. So this goes back a few years, so you can see the broad picture here. And here's the most striking thing. Look at that turquoise line. So look at Reform, up from basically 0, down a little bit from the last time where they were over 30%, but still 27% equivalent vote across the country if you kind of extrapolate these numbers. Whereas, look, the Conservatives up a little bit, but Labour going down, down, down in recent local elections. And the Green Party as well, with that performance, particularly in London, starting to reach up 14%, the same as the Lib Dems there. What happens, though, is the question, if you work out what that would mean, theoretically, in the House of Commons, if you were to append that, to apply that to the number of seats in the House of Commons. And this is what you get. Look at Reform. So going from close to 0 all the way up to 284 MPs, short of an overall majority. But here's the striking thing too. Look, the Labour Party were previously, well, they are right now, on 400 MPs, just over 400. That would go all the way down to 110. An extraordinary shift from this landslide victory all the way down there. It is, of course, theoretical, but that's the kind of message from these numbers today, this enormous polling exercise, which is what it is, as well as a decision about local authorities. Then you've got Conservatives, Lib Dems, SNP as well. Have a look at this, OK? This is the interesting thing, is what does this mean for the picture of politics in the UK? And the two-party system, this is just totting up the two-party vote for the Labour Party, for the Conservative Party, going back to the 1970s. And look, for most of history, it's accounted for 50% or more of the total vote, but not anymore. And this is what people are talking about when they're talking about the end of two-party politics. The combined vote share of the two big parties, or the legacy parties, perhaps we should call them, down to just 35%. So a real shift there as well. On top of that, of course, we've had news from Wales, the Senedd election here, and disastrous for the Labour Party. Obviously, historically, this was the area, one of the strongholds for the Labour Party, but now not anymore. They're in 3rd place. Reform up by 34 in terms of the number of representatives there, and then Plaid Cymru at the top. So it's Labour down there in 3rd place, then the Conservative Party only shortly after them. But really, again, it's the history here that's really striking. If you look back over the history of the Welsh Parliament since 1999, look at where the Labour Party have typically been in terms of their share of the vote. It's around 40%, 30%, 40%, 30%, 40%, and now 12%. Again, historical stuff, given, if you go back even further than that, this has been seen as a Labour stronghold. And finally, Scotland. So the Parliament elections, Scottish Parliament elections have come through. And on the face of it, a strong performance from the SNP. Share of the vote, 38%. But now look beneath the surface, and what do you see? You see the SNP losing votes, losing popularity. You see the Green Party going up, getting hold of some of those constituency seats. And you see Reform up by 16% and climbing in the Scottish Parliament. You can see that the politics, the picture of politics across the UK has started to change as a result of these elections.